Oops. Good evening, everyone. Is it too loud? My name is Tristan, and it's a great honor to have this opportunity to speak in front of all the MFE family. Before I start, I think the food served is just awesome, so let's first give a round of applause to the people who served the food and made the food. Well, I felt I've been waiting for my whole life to give this speech to you guys. But when I first had the impulse to actually sign up for this, I had in my mind only a very short 2-minute passage in which I would simply express my gratitude to the faculty, to show my admirations to my super smart classmates, and of course to complain about the dreadful weather in the UK. But last week, Alex sent me an email saying that I have to do this for 7 to 10 minutes, which is like centuries for someone who didn't have any public speaking experiences like me. So I actually sat down and said to myself, I really have to come up with some ideas to fill this time gap. And I think I've already done that. At this moment, I've already reduced for 1 minute. So carry on to mimic all great speeches in history. I have come up with 3 main points I would like to address tonight as a little reflection of the passing Hilary term. My first point is about diversity. I grew up in a rural place in China where for the first 13 years, I played with the same bunch of kids. I went to the school with the same classmates, and I chased after the same girl after school on my way back home. So for all those years, I had absolutely no idea about diversity and what it can bring or cannot bring. Now, after so many years, I finally got the opportunity to attend this fabulous degree with this talented and diverse group of students. To be honest, Oxford is the most diverse place as I can get to live in. And to be frank, I think for me and for many people, at first sight, diversity can be dreadful. It can cause confusions, it can cause conflicts, which is natural because we usually prefer to talk to people who share the same values and who agree with our views. So, is diversity really worth keeping? Is diversity really worth promoting? Is diversity really worth valuing? As far as I'm concerned, diversity is really invaluable because it is utmost crucial for people to come outside their boundaries and to learn something which they are not very familiar with. I myself, I never knew French politics. I never knew British education system. I never knew which country produced the best wine. I mean, it's France, it's Spain, or it's South Africa. Well, by talking to some people with very different backgrounds, I now have some controversial answers which I will not disclose, by the way. And more importantly, I think, even though diversity can bring disagreement sometimes, but I think disagreement can lead to progress. For example, take our example. In Hilary term, the number of students who attend the class increased dramatically compared to Michaelmas term. And we finally got a chance to hear more different opinions in class, which I think is very beneficial to all of us. It is beneficial because we got a chance to listen to people who are from different perspectives on various matters, who are of different backgrounds, and who have different perceptions. Even we may totally disagree with some people, they can sometimes still possibly help us to persuade us to their side and at least get us to understand what their argument is really about, which dramatically increase our inclusiveness. Hence, I think in some way, diversity really enriches our educational experiences here in Oxford. Just a sidetrack. As of this moment, most people know that across the Atlantic Sea, a president of a great country is still trying to push for policies which may lead to sort of reduce in diversity. I myself, I have no idea how the situation will evolve in the future, but I do hope in which manner way it will affect people in the least negative way. I feel you might share the same feelings as I do. My second point is about collaboration. Compared to Mikuma's term, Hilary's term, one apparent change is the number of projects we got on our lovely schedule. In fact, it's on average 1 project per week, and most of them are group projects. I think by now most of you should agree with me that group projects is really an effective way to build a long-lasting friendship, because the broadness and the difficulty of the group projects really forced group members to collaborate, you like it or not, for a vast amount of time, and eventually we got to get to know each other more deeply. I think each project is really like a battle on a hacksaw ridge where we fought together, we got beaten up, and we saved each other at last. And the stream together is a stream of the projects together is really like a stream of the real workplaces where colleagues get to work together on various projects one after one. And in all, collaboration is the key to success. What's more, in our MFE program, I noticed that collaboration didn't only happen within groups, it also happens in our greater community. In one of the corporate finance projects, the immaculate Harvard Business case didn't provide the Excel working file, which is rather surprising. But Anna's group took the initiative to actually convert the data into Excel, handy Excel file by the way, and uploaded that onto our Facebook group page. That single file saved many of us a lot of time, which we are utmost grateful. In another instance, Glendon put a remarkable post also on our Facebook group page, which shares some very insightful clarifications on another corporate finance project. By the way, I have to add, corporate finance projects is really difficult, and it's the oh my god, what am I gonna do kind of difficult. So if MFE were a company, if MFE were a sports team, if MFE were an organization, I think it would operate very efficiently by having you guys as the group of collaborative people. And I hope we can carry this collaborative spirit with us even after we graduate from Oxford. My third point is about responsibility. It's a bit heavy. During the time of our course time, we have witnessed many events that changed the world. And we are about to witness more shortly, such as the French president election. Time to time, I spoke with some classmates on these life-changing events, and I was always left wondering, what are our responsibilities in all this time? Where are our places in the flood of history? I would like to share you with one of the ancient Chinese wisdom. In Confucianism, there are 4 values or responsibilities that are being emphasized: to cultivate oneself, to look after one's family, to maintain a country rightly, and to make the world peaceful. 4 responsibilities in this exact order. Most people are stuck at the first 2, and they never get a chance to really make an impact at a country level, let alone to be the peacemaker. But I think for all MFU students here in this room, by coming to this very fabulous program, we have partially proved that we've done a good job in cultivating ourselves. And I firmly believe that all of us will look after our families very well in the near future. Then beyond this, what do we do? I believe in this room, many of us will become future leaders in different areas, industries, professions, and different parts of the world. And they will face the opportunity to make a decision that can change the world. However, one popular attitude is simply don't do evil, which is kind of passive, I think. But I guess we can do much more than that by helping those people who are in need. I hope many of us rise to the position and has the power to make a decision that really impact a lot of people. I hope we will not be content by just doing no harm. but we can go beyond to taking care of the people who are really in need. While we rise our positions along the social ladder, let's not forget parts of the world are still under grave poverty. Let's not forget parts of the world are still washed by blood due to warfare and terrorism. Let's not forget the parts of the world are still fighting for the very basic needs and values. Hence, if we got the ability, I hope we can really do our part to just maintain the country rightly and to make the world a peaceful place. And I think that's what Oxford wants us to do. Above all are the three main points that I can best come up with a short time as a reflection of the memorable Hilary term. And in addition, I feel I have to make a final point to rescue us from this heavy subject I just mentioned. I have a quote from John Lennon, and he said, "When I was 5 years old, my mom always told me that happiness is the key to life. When I went to school, the teacher asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down on a piece of paper, 'happy.' The teacher told me I didn't understand the question. I told the teacher, 'You don't understand life.' I hope all of us in this room will find happiness eventually and will remain happy through all timeline. For me, I'm very lucky. I just find my happiness. I just find someone. For that, I really have to thank Oxford, this magical place. And for the record, I love you, Amanda." Thank you all for listening to me. Thank you all for this lovely night. And wish everyone best luck in the coming exams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tristan.
That's what he was filming.
Great speech. Great speech.
Especially for Amanda. Especially for